Hey, Nashville. Welcome back. We're in the podcast studio. I'm with Collin and Vincent.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
You can call me Vince. Vincent is like if I'm in trouble. Yeah,
Okay, everybody,
you
we're
just call
calling
me
Vince.
Yeah.
I like it. That's a good name, by the way, Vincent.
Thank you.
Vince.
Strong.
We are in the Optimize You studio, specifically. Our sponsors today are B2 Wellness, T3, and Social Indoor. Thank you to our sponsors for sponsoring this video today. What y'all been up to?
Let's go.
I thought you guys were old friends when you walked in the studio.
I mean, naturally,
just positive.
Like, y'all gotta catch up.
Well, he looks like he lives. So, like, naturally, it was kind of like that
a bonding
synergy.
moment.
Me and Vince were just talking. Collin walked in the studio, and they just kind of like did a little head nod. And Vince was like, "What's up, buddy?" And then we just kept on talking. And I was like, "Oh, they know each other, but they don't."
Now
know each other.
That's like men in general. That's all we need. Just kind of like a little.
I got a handshake and everything. So.
Yeah. Oh, she did. She got a handshake.
That's formal.
Yeah.
We're
Too
already
formal.
like past that.
Yeah. The head nod is.
Yeah. He
Next
said,
year.
"You look like you worked out, so you didn't need a handshake."
Yeah, I ain't want to
Like
squeeze
your
my
bros.
hand too hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have to squeeze.
It's a mutual respect.
Yeah,
And it's like power struggle. We don't need that for it. We don't need that for
Yeah. Where are you coming from, Collin? What you been up to today?
Just training people.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just training
Who's the? Well, I was gonna say most interesting client you trained today, but that's not really fair to clients.
Ooh. What was the highlight of your
I don't.
client?
Yeah,
they
tell
were
me
all
something
they were
about
all
the
three
day.
different. Like one was equestrian, one has POTS, and then the other was like an older couple that
Okay.
just very, very consistently get at.
Yeah.
They trained together, the older couple.
Huh? Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it was actually the older couple. Was my second client ever, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been with
Wow.
him for so long. He's awesome.
I love that.
Wow. Yeah, he's
Dang.
cool.
I love older clients because I feel like they're in it for the right reasons.
Mhm.
They have the money to
Absolutely.
like actually afford somebody consistently, like long
Absolutely.
term. And they also just like I feel like love the relationship
They work so hard.
build. Yeah, they work so hard and like my older clients just I feel like they actually just really look forward to our sessions and
Mhm.
hanging out, being healthy.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
the
they
best.
get it. They understand, like, all right, longevity. I have the time now to train. I'm retired, probably, or close to retirement.
Yeah.
So why not? You know?
Yeah.
Why not lift some weights?
Right.
It's the best.
You said you met Terry at the Fit Expo?
Yeah. So we are, at the beginning of the Fit Expo, you kind of have that call to kind of introduce like what the Fit Expo is and what we do and all that good stuff. And we just had a good conversation from the get-go.
Yeah.
I
Y'all
was
had a
like-
booth there?
Yeah, we had a booth there and everything. And during this call, I was highly caffeinated. And I told him beforehand, so I was like, if I'm a little too much, just let me know. Bring me back down to earth. My wife was on there too, and she's like, "Oh my god, he's so embarrassing." By the way, my wife does all like everything that you see in terms of like aesthetic of Decre and all that. That's her.
Yeah.
Like she's creative.
Aw,
If it was
that's
up
cool.
to me, it would be like some scribble and
Yeah.
done deal. So
Yeah.
that's
You need somebody like that. Every
yeah.
business
Balances out.
needs somebody who's like good with different strengths
Yeah.
and gifts.
yeah. She's the creative piece. I'm just the person talking
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
So-
Was that y'all's first time at the Fit Expo?
First Fit Expo ever. First
Okay, cool.
expo we've ever done.
What do
Yeah.
you think?
I think it was cool. First day was nerve-wracking, but the good thing about the first day of the expo is there's not a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of people on the first day, but it's not as much as the second day. Like, second day
Yeah.
was crazy. But I
Yeah.
think the first day was great for us to be able to practice our spills.
Yeah.
Like, the first
Get
one was
your
like,
feet
do I even train? Like, do I
Yeah.
even know what we do?
I wait.
Yeah.
lift.
We all
Yeah.
feel that. We all get
Right.
that sometimes.
Right? Yeah, like it was the first, I will be honest, the first couple of conversations was awkward. So then we huddled up and we were like, all right, I'm struggling with this. And she's like, okay, do this. And I'm like, and then she's like, I'm struggling with this. And I'm like, okay, say this thing.
Yeah.
And then after a while, we got our spills down. Then we went home, we recapped, and we were like, okay, we'll be ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
She literally, as soon as the doors opened, because she speaks Spanish.
Oh, awesome.
And I don't speak a lick of Spanish. We've
Yeah.
been together for 9 years, and I should be able to speak something.
Yeah. She should just talk to you in Spanish and you'll catch
And she
on
does.
maybe.
I'm just like, I know when she's mad. That's just put it like that, right? That's the piece there. But our first, because we sell merch as well, recycled merch. So the first person that came, it was a mom and a daughter, and they were Hispanic as well. And they gravitated towards her because she looks Hispanic.
Yeah.
And she did the whole thing in Spanish.
Nice.
And I was
the whole
like-
spiel.
Yeah, she did the whole spiel in Spanish.
Amazing.
On top of sold some merch in Spanish as well. And I was like,
Like, this is my
That's-
best employee.
ever, right? And I was like, all right, that's the momentum we needed for this morning. And after that, everything just rolled like naturally.
Yeah,
It was
I love that.
really good.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Collin
Mhm.
was there.
Yeah.
So you guys have probably seen each other before.
We probably passed by.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Energy. Again.
And yes,
Yeah.
That's why I clicked from
energy.
You know
one.
what? We probably did the head nod and
It was so
That's what it
natural, I
was.
didn't even realize I did it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Man, that's good.
absolutely.
Well, I was not there. I hate I missed it.
Wow. Where were you?
Where was I that weekend? I was out of town, I think.
Okay.
Were you at the beach?
Oh, she.
Yes.
Yeah, she was having
I think
a
it was
good
my
time.
sister's bachelorette party.
Nice.
Maybe. Something like that. I don't know, but I couldn't get it.
Insignificant moment.
Yeah. Right?
It doesn't matter. I wish
Yeah.
I was at the beach now, though. That sounds so
Absolutely.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Vincent, tell us, you're with Decre. It's
Yes.
your business,
Yes,
personal
that's the name
training
of it.
business
Mm-hmm.
with your wife. Is she a trainer as well?
She's not. She's more of the business side. So she went to school for business and like consulting, business administration, and all that. So
That's super helpful for you.
yeah, she understands like sending emails and doing and like organizing all that good stuff,
Mhm.
like setting up the website.
Yeah.
That's her, and I'm so blessed to have her doing that because I can only imagine just trying to do it all on my own. I'll be overwhelmed trying
Yeah.
to figure all that stuff out. Because at the end of the day, you know, you probably go through this as well as a trainer. We just only think about our clients and like training and getting their programs out, but we don't, as in a business sense, you don't think about like website
Mm-hmm.
systems, putting it all together.
Yeah.
And she's done that at a high level because
Mhm.
she's worked in consulting. So
That's clutch.
that's her
Yeah.
piece. I let her kind of control that part. I don't let her. She does it.
Yeah.
Right.
You're
That's
like,
her.
you definitely
That's her
should
thing.
take this. Yeah.
Right.
That's nice.
And it's strengthened our marriage too because now we have to communicate differently.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I can't communicate as a husband. I have to communicate as like a
It's a little
business
different.
partner.
Yeah.
And we struggled with that piece at first.
I bet. Yeah.
Because I was still communicating her as a husband. I was like, no, I want this done. And she's like, well, you need to have this. And we have to take a break and be like, wait a minute, like, let's align on this.
Yeah.
So communication is basically alignment. And let's figure out what are we trying to do,
Mhm.
why, and when.
Yeah.
The big W's, right?
Yeah.
That we should be
that's good.
asking in everything that we do.
Yeah.
And that's when we were able to like, okay, we have a she's type A.
Yeah.
Deadlines
You
on
need that.
everything.
A little bit.
Oh my God. And it helps me too, because when I see a deadline, I'm like, I'm a last minute essay writer anyways. That's how I got through college.
Yeah.
So,
Does well under pressure.
right. I do well under pressure. So
Yeah.
11:59, we're submitting that essay. And she hates that.
Literally.
So I've gotten better. She's helped me be a little bit more proactive on the things that we need to
Yeah,
do in terms
that's
of the
good.
business. So yeah.
I was a teacher before I became a
Mhm.
personal trainer, and
Mhm.
I feel like that helped me so much with skills like
Yeah.
communication,
Absolutely.
which you talked a little bit about with clients, how you've learned to
Mhm.
communicate. We'll get into that. But
Mhm.
systems, organization,
Yeah.
like just thinking like backside of everything,
Yeah.
how it needs to be ran,
Yeah.
so that it comes outside like
Absolutely.
well. What was your like biggest learning thing with all that, Collin?
With my wife?
No,
Or
not
a
your wife,
business?
just like the business side of it, keeping things organized. Cause like
Mhm.
he was saying, like you know how to personal train, but like
Right.
everything else that comes with running a business, building a business, which you're
Yeah.
doing right now
Yeah.
with Sweat Seeker. Is that what it's called? Sweat Seeker?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a whole.
We won't get into it,
Yeah.
but
That's a whole.
he's like, yeah, no.
But you're doing it with your wife also. Are
Yeah,
you-
so
you
like
guys-
I started mine, and then I brought her on
nice.
once I went like it was like 6 months after I left like working for a gym.
Yeah.
But she used to be a teacher too, so like
Mhm.
her organizational stuff is nice because it's like a cool like she'll do all these like formatty things,
Yeah.
like, docs and whatnot that
Right.
just looks better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I listened to enough
Mm,
other coaches like talk about stuff, and I was like, okay, like,
yeah.
I need to make sure this runs as a business as
Mhm.
opposed to
Absolutely.
somebody's side gig, which is
Mm-hmm.
what so many trainers do. So
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
it just feels more professional. So it just
Yeah.
kind of came like naturally because I worked in I worked in some stuff outside of fitness. Well, I came from the medical side
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
of that. So it's like you see how that kind of gets done. So then you're
Mhm.
like, okay, like let's seamlessly transition that a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's super helpful. And it,
That's
like you
awesome.
said, it's helpful when you know this is what you want to do for a living. This is not a side gig, because so many people do get into personal training as a side gig, or they have to start out because it doesn't pay enough initially.
Absolutely.
And so then it's just like kind of like halfway done.
That's a good piece. I think anything, if it's personal training, whatever your passion is, and you're trying to pursue that as a business, you have to kind of separate that love for it and go business mind into it. And there are two different personalities that you got to tap into.
Yeah.
Whereas the business is about the experience and the systems that we all hate to. Well, I hate to do. I'm not gonna say hate. I'm just not a fan of like the little monotonous tasks.
Oh, low frequency task. I hate it.
Yes, right.
It's like running invoices. I don't know what it is. That is my least favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'll tell you why. Because we're big dudes, right? And we're like in front of the computer, and we're just trying to sit there and like.
I mean, I did IT, so like I don't mind that.
Sweet. Oh, sweet. Yeah.
But it's just like I don't know what it is. Like that task, I'm like every time I have to go do it, I'm like,
yes. Oh man.
My wife's like, it takes 5 minutes. I'm like, man, it feels like an hour.
An hour. And it ended up taking an hour because I ended up doing some other stuff. So, yeah, I think it's that learning how to be willing to do those monotonous tasks. Whereas, like when you're just a trainer and you're just first doing it and you're just trying to build clientele, you're not thinking about the flow of from intake of a client to and that experience. That makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Compared to other trainers who don't have that, right? Like,
yeah, totally.
For me, I have like an app for my online clients and my in-person clients. So that way we can track what we're doing. And that way it's just not like a guessing game every week of us doing stuff.
Love that.
So it's a system now. So like as soon as they make a payment and all that good stuff, we have their email. Boom, we're sending that link and they have access to their profile basically. Yeah. And then by that next day, they'll have their program on there and they can now see how they're improving. And that's what a lot of trainers don't do. Yeah. And they just kind of like, all right, today we're doing this, or today. And it just, you know, after a while, it's like, wait, what are we working for? What's our goal?
They can kind of get that like buy-in of like feel a part of like what's happening. And they can become probably a little bit more independent too.
Exactly. It's value.
Do you feel like working, because you said you worked in D2, D3 schools, right? Yeah. Do you feel like that came from there?
Yes. So for example, I played football at I played at Division II level at Lane College in Jackson, Tennessee. And then I've played at the Division I level, and we'll get into that piece, but I played at Division I level at University of Houston also. And the main, like, we need, every time we went into an off season, there was a goal. If we needed to be a faster team, the goal was to be a faster team. And you'll see at the top of your card, like it'll be some kind of quote like fast wins or and slow doesn't, something like that, right? And that just like, you know, the drill, like we know we're going out for speed. And if we needed to be a bigger and faster, stronger team, it would be like lift heavy, never light, or something like that on the top of the card. And we knew going in like, oh, this is going to be a heavy day. So now that you know, and I think training is psychological as well. You need to know what you're getting into. And that way, when you walk in, it's like, it's game time. Yeah. Like, we need to lock in. And then as the coach or the trainer, you need to be able to see Sally and be like, Sally, it's game time. What are we going to do today? Are you locked? Did you do everything you're supposed to do? That's on the app that we talked about. Yeah. And if they don't, that's on them. Right, that they need to be accountable for those pieces. Because I'm here, I'm juiced, I'm ready to go. Yeah, but you didn't do your pieces outside of there, and that comes from, you know, when I played at the Division I level at University of Houston, we had nutritionists, and they basically taught us how to eat and do everything. And honestly, I take some of those skills and I use that for my clients as well. And that helps them realize, like, you know, this session today sucked, and you're like, why did it suck? I didn't hydrate enough. You remember the session when you were hydrated and you felt good and you killed these squats? Then they're more invested now. They're like, oh, okay, he cares.
Yeah, right? They're not just showing up, someone telling them what to do, and like
absolutely,
they understand like, oh, this is why I do this. I can feel it in my body.
Facts, and that's why when you're doing intake with your clients or a new client, we need a goal. I don't want to just come in here and just like, oh, lifestyle and just be healthy. Like, what do you want to change? There needs to be something that you want to change. Or I'm going to pick it for you. Yeah. And they don't want me to pick it for them, right? So like, tell me what you want to change. Oh, I want bigger legs, whatever. Okay, that's going to be our goal for the next 4 weeks. And this is how we're going to do it. And you're going to see it.
Yeah.
And within those 4 weeks, let's say we train Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then I'm going to have homework for you to do on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the app. So all you gotta do is click in there, you'll see the video, just do it. And if you just do these things,
Speeds it up.
it speeds it up. And now they're like, oh gosh, like this stuff works.
Yeah.
So
that's such a good way to stay organized too, because it's easy to just be like, oh yeah, you should do the stretch at home.
Yeah.
Like if you have an app to actually be like, this is your homework. And they like are used to looking at that and be like, what am I supposed to do? Because tomorrow when I get back to Vince, he's going to ask me, did I do my stretches, you know, or whatever.
And it tells me too, like it'll say Abby logged her mobility session for the day. Yeah. And I can see it. Nice. And then I can just text you like, oh, Abby, great job. Like your mobility session. Right. And that's cool. Like, that's that value. And that only takes me 30 seconds to type something out and just send it. Yeah. Right. And that brings more value to
more communication with them.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's, we want to talk about like training retention and retaining your clients.
Yeah.
That's a piece big. Right there of retaining them, because they're not going to get that anywhere. I guarantee you there's not many other trainers out there doing that.
Yeah. No, a lot of people who come to me, like one girl I just got, she said that her last trainer never even asked her what her goal was. I was like,
crazy.
Who was out here training?
Yeah.
What do you mean you never was asked what your goal is?
Yeah.
How are they supposed to know what you're doing? She said, and also that they never wrote down the weight she used. I was like,
interesting.
All right.
Right. I see that all the time.
People are just like
that's
flying by the seat of their pants out there, running a business.
I'm going to go on a tangent if you don't mind.
Yeah, go.
I think that's where we need to get better at in terms of just fitness as a whole, right? I think we need to have our clients understand that things need to be tracked.
Yeah, it's not group fitness.
It's not group fitness, exactly, right? It's not just come in here, work out, you sweat, we check the box, you're done. We need to get better at something, at a skill, something, whether it's strength, mobility, getting faster, aesthetic, whatever it is, we need something to get better at, and we need to track it. Yeah. So if you use an app, or if you use pen and paper, however you use it to track your clients, if you use an Excel sheet, doesn't matter. If they can see week 1, we started with 20 pounds on the goblet squat, and then week 6, we're at now 60 pounds on the goblet squat, which that's like almost 5 to 10 pound jump a week.
Yeah.
They're now motivated, like, oh, I'm actually strong. Like, that's a 40-pound jump. I can do this.
Yeah.
Rather than just us kind of like walking in and just like, oh, this is the workout of the day. Like, it's just, if we want to charge a high price or a premium price, we have to give a premium service.
So I like this guy.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
That's good.
Had not happened.
You guys knew it immediately. Y'all be friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. You sound like a trainer that I would want to hire.
Oh, thank you. Well, hopefully more people want to be hired after this. So.
I like that you said it's if you want to charge a premium price, like you have to get premium service. And it takes a little bit of work on the back end to or a lot of work, but to get all that stuff set up. And I think for anyone listening who has maybe tried personal training and hasn't had an experience like the one you're describing, then try it again. Like people always say, like if you get a bad therapist, like try again. Yeah. Because it can be so much better than what a lot of them out there are. Tell us why you decided to do this. Yeah. And from college, did you go straight into this?
No. So
give us some more background of how you got here.
All right. So coming out of high school, I did not have the best grades. Was a great athlete.
1159.
Yeah, 1150. Same. Yeah, that
submitting the essay.
There you go. Same thing in high school, and it actually stopped in college. I think I grew up in college. Yeah, honestly, and I think realizing that if I had better grades, I would have coming out of high school as a senior. I would have probably went to a better program. But because I didn't have great grades, I ended up going to a small school in Jackson, Tennessee. It's called Lane College. So I went there. I had to redshirt my first year. Goodness, getting a little too aggressive here. I had to redshirt my freshman year just because I applied too late. Because I was honestly done with football. I wasn't going to the school that I wanted to go to. I didn't have the grades. I had just good enough grades to make it to this school. And luckily, my dad knew a guy that he worked with that knew the coach at this school, sent out my tape. The coach called me and was like, all right, we need to get this guy out here. but you've applied too late, so you're going to have to redshirt. So
Yeah.
that was fine. So redshirted that year, and I think redshirting is a blessing for all kids coming from high school to college, because that gives you a year of training, right? To get faster, to get stronger.
So true.
Right? And I think that's a problem now with athletics is the expectation is a kid comes in as a freshman and just plays. No, I think you need a whole year of development because you're still
learning.
You're still learning.
They
You're a
usually
teenager.
suck coming in the weight room too.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm telling you, lifting with just 16 or 17-year-olds in high school, and then you go into a weight room with grown men, like 21, 22-year-olds, like actually pushing weight. Crazy experience.
Yeah.
And you don't get that realization until you actually go into a weight room and you see these guys moving weight.
What was, a little side note, what was your gains from like first getting there to the end of that year of redshirting?
Yeah. So I have two stories on this piece. So I went into college my freshman year at like 190. And that summer of just training and like eating ramen noodles and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and like lifting, because you can do that as 18, I can't do that now. Oh, like I put on like 15 pounds that summer. I was huge. I went back home. My dad was like, yo, this is a grown man in my house now.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy it was crazy to see for my dad to recognize, because my dad was always, we're the same height now, but he's always been a tall, like big, strong guy. So yeah, that was like my wake up call. And we were lifting, like that strength coach, he was I can't remember his name, but the strength coach there was really good. And we only had like a small weight room too.
Yeah.
I was going to say D2 probably had to be.
Oh, it was not a great weight room. We had 2 racks, like 3 benches, and then we had like another room with random Olympic bars in there. So we'll do like cleans and stuff in that room, and then we'll transfer over. So we had like 30 guys in there, and we had to like,
Dang. Yeah,
it sucked, but it was
stations. Yeah.
And then we had like this random stairwell there too, and we would run stairs as a warm up. It was crazy,
Nice.
but it was good. It was old school meathead training. Loved it.
That's fun,
right?
Yeah.
So really got strong there. So anyways, back to the original the story. So my dad knew a guy that knew the head coach there. Sent out the tape to him. Was like, all right, let's get this guy here quickly. Never seen the campus. Me, my mom, dad, and brother pack up everything and we just go. And we get to the campus. We were like, oh my goodness, because Jackson, this area in Jackson is like, it's just very. It's. I'm not gonna. How can I put it? It's the hood. I'm just put it like that. It's the hood, right? And that's where I had to really like learn and grow up, and now I have to learn how to navigate different personalities and people, right? Because I grew up in Houston, Texas, so Missouri City is kind of like on the outskirt of Houston, and there's some parts of Missouri City, but I didn't grow up in those parts. I grew up in pretty much suburban area. So and I grew up with both parents. Like I didn't really experience that type of lifestyle, but where I was going, a lot of those kids didn't experience that lifestyle. So I got to really learn what it was like growing up like that.
Be around people who are a little bit different.
Exactly.
So good.
So anyways, long story short, we get out there, redshirted my freshman year, and then the second year, so that was 2010 to 2011, redshirted. 2011, like they took the leash off and it was game time. And I was already bigger, stronger, and faster. So I got that whole year of development. Yeah. And I was like, wow, this was important. Like this was a blessing that this actually happened, because I wasn't bigger. I was always athletic, but I wasn't as like big and strong as I should have been. And just spending that year doing that was spot on. Yeah. So that's when I fell in love with the weight room. And then fast forward time, I get my first number. I finally get my number. I was number 18, and like it was time to ball, and had a phenomenal first year.
What position were you?
Like a outside linebacker, defensive end, kind of like hybrid position. So it was game. Like I did really well for like my redshirt freshman year. Was a starter, all that good stuff. I was actually studying to be an accountant, which is crazy, right? Like we're having this conversation. I thought I was going to be an accountant. I took an accounting class in high school, like half a semester. It's kind of like a, what do you call it? Elective class. Yeah. And I liked it. And the teacher was an accountant. She was talking about how much money they make and all that stuff. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be an accountant. So I was studying to be an accountant out there, and I had to make the dean list. I couldn't believe it because I was never like a school guy, to be honest. Yeah. And I made the dean list. Just a phenomenal awesome. Freshman year, our redshirt freshman year going to my sophomore year. And then this was February of 20. I need to get my timing right. I want to say it's February of 2012. So I had that year. 2010 is my graduate high school. Redshirted 2011. Played that year. 2012 was supposed to be like my come out year. Like I wanted to lead the conference in sacks. I had all these goals like set out for me, and I was going to do it. And the coach wanted me at 220. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get to 220. Let's go. So I got to like 215 that summer, and I was working with the track coach for speed. Like I was locked in.
Love
and I want to preface this with at this time in life, I was not in my faith at all. Like it was more of a selfish time. I made everything about me and what I wanted to do and all this. It wasn't. I wish, and I talk about this a lot when I talk to people about my testimony, is the only regret I had is I wish at this time period I was a little bit more in my faith. I was reading the Bible and all that, and just had a better relationship with God.
Yeah.
I wish I would have been more tuned into that, because I ended up, college life, going out drinking, partying, having fun. I was doing all that stuff. And this what leads to me kind of going down the wrong path. So spent the year locked in, doing all my stuff. In February of 2012, I want to say it was 2012, it was a cold night. And guess what I was doing? Studying for my accounting exam. Managerial accounting, by the way. Tough. This is what pulled I never want to go to accounting again after this class. It was such a hard class. And
I never want to go to accounting without any classes. I wouldn't even want to start.
Oh my gosh. But I still know a lot from all that I learned. But that night I was studying for my accounting exam, and I did not want to, but I was like, all right, because this was midterms. And I was like, okay, let me just study for this exam. And my teammates was like, because I was the only one with the car. My teammates were like, yo, man, like, let's go out tonight. It's gonna be the night to go out. It was homecoming for basketball at this time period, so everybody in the city was just out. This is in Jackson, Tennessee. So everybody was out. One of the local rappers was in town as well, and he was performing at one of the nightclubs.
Moneybagg Yo?
It was Young Dolph.
Yeah. Close.
Yeah.
I love how you just like pulled a
pretty close.
rapper's name out of your back pocket from Jackson.
Pretty close, yeah. So he was in town and all that stuff, and everybody was like, man, we should just go out. We can study for another time. I was like, all right, whatever. Let's go out.
Yeah.
All right,
I would say yes too.
Absolutely. And I didn't want to study. I didn't want to be in it.
This is boring.
It was boring. So I ended up leaving. Let me tell you what I was wearing. So I was wearing a white V-neck, a jacket.
V-necks?
I know, back in the day. This is like
still have
this is like 2012.
Yeah.
Holding on to
Bring
it.
them out.
Yeah, hold on. Keep them, bro. Keep them.
Yeah.
You never know.
They'll come back.
Everything, now we're getting older now. It's crazy. Like, things are coming back. Like vintage, like 2000s look, whatever. That's like homecoming now. It's crazy. Homecoming Spirit Week. So anyways, I'm wearing a white V-neck, my glasses that a friend let me borrow. There were some Ray-Bans. They were really nice.
Okay.
Jeans and Sperry's. This is the outfit.
Mm-hmm.
The first club that we go to, we couldn't get in because I was wearing a white V-neck, and the policy is you can't just wear plain white shirts to go into this club. And I was like, I didn't want to go. I should have been like, all right, I'm gonna just drop you off to the next club. The second club was Club Karma. I can't remember the first club name. I was like, all right, I'm gonna just drop y'all off and I'm gonna go home. Just let me know and I'll pick y'all up. It's like, no, just come on, blah, blah, blah. Like, we're gonna have a good time. And I was like, all right, whatever, we'll go. The second club, nightclub, Karma, we get in and it's packed. It's like, and mind you, the club is maybe 800 square feet. Like, it's not a big space at all. Like, it's very small. And basically you have the bar right here and then you just have open space. And then there's, in the back, there's like steps, like a little stage. And that is a pool table. And then there's just a whole bunch, it's just crowded. It's a big crowd. So during this time, and this is 2011, 2012, I can't remember the time frame, but this is that time period. Waka Flocka Flame is like big at this time, right? Just rowdy club music, all that good stuff. So the DJ plays this and then fights break out. And I'm like, this is the cue to go. Yeah. And my gut is telling me it's time to go. Like, it's crowded in here. The DJ is obviously feeding into the crowd. Yeah. Like, it's time to go. So anyways, the bouncers come, they break up the scene or whatever. And then I'm still there and I'm drinking and all that good stuff. And I'm just not like I'm in my right mind, but I'm just not thinking like it's time to go. Like, it's late. Yeah. It's whatever. It was a Saturday or Sunday. It doesn't matter. I'm looking at my watch. I'm like, I need to go home. It's time to go.
We've all done that. We're like out and we're like, we gotta be early. Shouldn't be here, but you keep staying because your friends are there.
Exactly. And then the DJ plays better music, so everybody's like having a good time. Then he starts to play Waka Flocka again. And that's when I knew, like, it's time to go. And then he repeated this song that gets everybody rowdy. Yeah. 30 seconds later, all you can hear is people come from the back of the club, and just fights break out, and then gunshots start to happen. Oh my! And mind you, this is a tight space, and they're shooting like across. There's people in there with guns, and they're shooting as well. So you're like in the crossfire.
That's terrifying.
When I tell you, this is different from playing Call of Duty and having your headphones in. This is real life. Like, you can hear bullets, like, you can hear like whispering through the air and hitting the wall and hitting glasses and people just screaming. It was a very terrifying night.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm trying to run out. And there's nowhere to go because people just fall into the floor because we just don't know what's about to happen. Like, this is insane because there's gunshots coming from everywhere. Anyways, I'm still up. I'm trying to run down, and I get shot. So I end up being a casualty. I get shot in my thigh, the same left thigh and foot.
Oh my goodness.
How this happens, I don't know. I really should have been like, because I promise you I'm not making this up. I can hear the bullets like pass by the ear, and it's weird because you can feel the wind of it. Yeah. Like passing by your ear, and I could have been hit right in the head and be done.
Oh my gosh.
So I get hit in the left thigh and left foot. I'm thinking I'm catching a cramp because, like, I'm telling you, I'm locked in at this time. I'm training hard, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and like suddenly you're not realizing what actually just happened.
You're not realizing, like, I'm fight or flight. I'm trying to get out of here. Yeah. And then I just fall to the ground. There's nowhere to go. And my foot is just throbbing. But at the same time, my thigh is burning. So, like, you got to know, like, when a bullet hits you, it's full on, like, steaming hot. Yeah. And it, like, you can feel it. I can feel it in my thigh just kind of, like, boiling.
Oh, my gosh.
And it's the most intense pain you could ever feel. And it's just, and it hurts. And my thigh just seizes. And it's just, I can't move. And then the bottom of my foot is swelling at the same time. And it's hot. And I can't feel my foot. And I'm like, man, I think I just got shot. So I grab because it's hurting so bad. And I grab my thigh. Mm-hmm. And my pants are soaking wet, just full of blood. And like, I look down at my foot, same thing. Like, wearing Sperry's. So, you know, I preface the story of what I'm wearing. I'm wearing Sperry's. So if you know Sperry's, like, they're very thin shoes. Yeah. And like my foot is just almost swelling through the shoe. It looks like a completely different shoe. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And I honestly just pass out. And I'm
Wait,
yeah.
This is a good cliffhanger.
Yeah.
To stop it.
Yeah.
I'm literally on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
I want to hear the rest of the story, but
Yeah.
let's take a break. I think this is a good point to leave everybody on the edge of their seat.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. And also just want to say I'm so glad you were here today.
Thank you. The testimony from then to now, and I'll talk about it more in there, but I recognize now there's going to be some things that I'm going to tell you as I go on this story that I've recognized, which why I think coaching is so important, because you never know what somebody's going through.
Yeah.
And
that's good.
As a coach, if you can kind of pull out that emotion in the right way, you're now developing character. And that's what God does within us, right? As he's refining us. We think these refining moments is punishment, but it is actually character building. And
man, that'll preach. That's good. Yeah. All right. I'm excited to get back into it. Let's take a quick little break.
Absolutely.
If you're a wellness or fitness pro looking for a space that truly fits the way you work, check out B2 Wellness Suites. With locations in Brentwood and Mount Juliet, B2 offers private suites, shared offices, and day rentals, all in a calm, welcoming environment designed for our industry. But it's more than just a space. It's a community of like-minded professionals who support, inspire, and grow together. Learn more at b2suites.com.
Hey, Nashville, welcome back to the NFM Podcast. We are in the studio with Vince, and he was just telling us a crazy story.
Yeah.
And I'm still on the edge of my seat. I want to know what happens after. You're kind of telling us about your journey of how you got to be a coach where you are today, through football in college, and you left us at the club, and you just passed out.
Just passed out. Okay, perfect. So I've been shot twice. I pass out, and I'm just laying there, and I'm like, at this moment, I'm like, why? Like, I've put so much hard work into this. And
was that your first thought when you realized that your leg and your foot had gotten shot? You were like, this is going to mess me up.
Yeah. And it's those defining moments, right? You know, and I'm just sitting there. And if you go back in the Bible, even like Jesus goes through this moment where he's like, why me? Like, why is this happening? But there's a bigger purpose behind this, right? And so I'm laying there. I'm like, why me? And then I'm like looking around, just trying to see like what's going on, right? I can't move because I'm in shock, and my leg is just like done. And I look to the left, and I can never forget this moment. So this is a traumatic moment, and I can see a guy like on all fours. He had locks, and I want to say they were like gold and red locks. And he was like taking his last breaths. Like oh my gosh, I can hear him like suffocating, and he's like yelling, and then I looked away because I didn't want to see that. And I remember that moment like it was yesterday. I don't know if he made it or not, but from the sound of it, it just sounded like he didn't. It probably didn't make it. And then, so anyway, I'm just laying there, and then, you know, the shots kind of stopped. I'm just like laying there, and I'm like crying. I'm in agony, and I'm holding my like leg, and I'm bleeding, and I'm just in shock. I can't really just explain this moment in time. I just kind of lay there, and I can hear my teammates like calling me, and I'm like, it kind of sounded like faint because I'm dramatic, to be honest, and it just sounded like Vince, and I'm like, and you still can't hear because the music is still going, by the way.
Yeah.
Because the DJ's probably like either hiding behind the booth or he ran out. Who knows?
Yeah.
But the music is still going, but the gunshots has stopped, and I could hear them like calling me, and my teammates, Goose, who I'll never forget, Big D, and Aaron Appleby. They came back in, and they were like, bro, we got to get you out of here. Like, let's hurry up. And Trav. And they were like, are you hit? No, they were like, are you hit? And I was like, I think so. And they were like, feeling around and they could see my foot was like swollen. They was like, and they can see like my pants were like wet, and they were like, we think you're hit. And so they carried me out. Mind you, I'm like huge at this time. But luckily Big D and Goose, they're like old linemen, so like they could handle it.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like
They were bigger.
Yeah, like just dead. I'm like 215.
Nothing like dead weight, yeah.
Yeah. So they carried me out. They were able to handle it because they were strong dudes. So they carried me out. Mind you, this is Jackson, Tennessee in February. It's freezing cold outside.
Yeah.
And it's a small town, so there's not enough medics. There's not enough cops. So everybody's just like, you can just hear, you can hear like people crying, yelling. It was just, and ambulances going down and up the boulevard, the street. And it's just like, oh my goodness, like what's going on? And I'm just laying there, and now I'm shivering. So I'm in shock, and I'm shivering because it's cold, even though I have a jacket on and all that good stuff. So they, the police finally come, and they finally get to me. This is like 30 minutes. I'm out here just like shivering. I'm bleeding. I'm just holding my leg. I'm like, all right, can somebody just get me in a ambulance, something, because I'm freezing. They're like, all right, where are you hit? And I'm like, in my leg. And they were like, not up top. So they take my shirt off, and they're trying to check to see if I got hit up top. I'm wearing a white V-neck, and there's no like blood on it. So like, why are we taking my shirt off?
Yeah.
And so they took my shirt off. All right, you're not hit. Then I'm like in my leg. They're not listening. So they're like, we're not gonna take your shoe off because it looks terrible down there and it's bleeding. And I'm wearing brown Sperry's, by the way. So like I'm bleeding through brown Sperry's, and it looks terrible down there. So like, all right, we got to put a tourniquet on your leg. They had to cut through, because they couldn't turn me. I was in so much pain. I was like, if y'all turn me, I'm going to punch one of y'all. Yeah. Seriously. So they had to cut the pant leg off, and they ended up cutting all my pants off. I'm in underwear in the middle of the street in February in Tennessee. Freezing. And I'm like, gosh, this is unreal. So anyways, they're able to put a little tourniquet around my leg. The foot they couldn't do anything about because it was just so swollen. You couldn't touch it or I would freak out. So I'm just like laying there and I'm shivering. They put the jacket back on top of me. I'm just shivering. Finally, ambulance get me on the stretcher. And they wouldn't let my teammates do it because I guess that's a protocol.
Yeah.
They struggled to get me on the stretcher.
Like, and these guys could do it in 5 seconds.
Right. I'm screaming. I'm like, just let my teammates do it because this hurts. Because my legs is very sensitive at this moment. And I'm just like in and out of consciousness, honestly, because I'm still like trying to recover from just getting shot. Yeah. So finally they get me on the stretcher after like a million times trying to get me on there. And God bless them because they did a great job. Now that I'm in a better like state, like shout out to them for helping out. And they get me in the ambulance, and I'm just in there, and I'm honestly in shock, and I'm just kind of like, I'm mad. Like, so I'm going to preface this when I go into this next section of my story of that was a time period of just pure anger. And I'm mad, I'm angry, mad at myself because I wish I had better grades to where I would have went to maybe a school where this probably wouldn't happen, but I mean, shootings happen everywhere anyways. And angry that like, I wish I just would have like listened to my gut and just not went, but I'm young, didn't know any better. So, yeah, my meds, all that good stuff. They're filling me up with meds. I'm in the ambulance, and they're asking these questions. I don't even want to answer them because I'm just like, I'm frustrated. I'm mad. And we finally get there. I'm waiting in the ER room for like an hour and a half. And I'm just like, there's like, where's your ID and all this stuff? I don't have it. They took all my stuff. They ended up finding it. One of my teammates ended up bringing it. They ended up finding it. I'm just sitting there forever. They finally, and I can't be mad at them now because I realize it's a small town, not a big ER. So finally we get to the ER, and we finally get into a room, and they basically drug me up, and I just go to sleep, and I'm knocked out. Now I have so that close friend of the family. My dad has another close friend that was living in Memphis at the time. And he's like an uncle to me, and he was able to drive out that night, and my mom and my dad got on the first flight to get out.
Yeah.
And because it's a traumatic
Yeah.
moment for
Totally.
them. And by the way, when this happened, this was my brother and sister-in-law's, I want to say 3rd or 4th anniversary as well. So they were out in the beach in Texas,
Yeah.
like having a good time, and they get this call from one of my teammates that I've been shot. So like I just ruined their anniversary literally that day. So that's going through my mind also.
Oh.
And I'm just like, this is probably one of the lowest moments of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I wake up and his name is Scotty, so he's like an uncle to me.
Mm-hmm.
He came in and he talked with the doctors and all that. They were going to get me out of there that day, which was crazy to me. There's nothing they could do because it was so deep in the thigh.
Oh, wow.
And my foot was so swollen, and they had put some wrap and stuff around it. They couldn't do anything. Like, it was just, it's in the thigh. The bullet's in the foot. It's going to take some time until you heal for us, wherever you go, for them to do anything. So I'm in so much pain. I'm just crying. I'm drugged up. I'm on so many drugs because the pain was so unbearable.
Yeah.
And I'm in the back of Scotty's truck, who's like my uncle. So I'm just calling him uncle. And I'm just like, I'm crying. I'm mentally just out of it. And I don't cry that much. So this is like an emotional time for me.
Yeah.
And I get to his house and I'm just in tears. My mom, they got off the flight. She FaceTimes me. I'm just crying. Families, I just silenced my phone. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to wait for my parents to come. And we stayed. They finally came in and they were just like in shock. They couldn't believe this happened to the baby boy. So I have an older brother. So like I'm the baby. This happened to him.
Yeah.
And my mom, I'm dramatic. My mom is dramatic. Like, if you ever meet my mom, she's funny. She's a great woman, but she's so dramatic. I get that from her. But she was just like, I've never seen her so emotional. I've never seen my dad so emotional.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah. So then we find like a local ortho in Memphis. And he was like, there's nothing we can do. We can cast you up. That way you can get on the plane, because you're not going to be able to get on the plane with all this blood and all this, like, because you're still bleeding a lot. So the best thing they could do is like patch it up as best they can and cast me up. So I get casted up. And then, wait, time out. I've skipped the whole part of the story. We ended up going back so I did get the cast. I'm sorry. I'm going the wrong way. So I get casted up and then I have to move all my stuff out of the dorm.
Yeah.
So, and nobody can get in the dorm without me there. That's just the rules of it. Yeah. And they were not budging on that rule at all.
Yeah.
So we ended up having to drive, which was insane.
It's so stupid.
That's another long story. So we ended up driving back. We got into the dorm and we're like moving as fast as we can. We're just getting stuff out and we're packing it. I gave away a lot of stuff, honestly, because all I wanted was just my clothes and whatever else stuff, my computer and all that stuff. And we just gave away everything else pretty much. So we ended up packing that stuff up and then we drove back to Memphis and then we had to get cleared by TSA because I have 2 bullet wounds. Yeah. Which this was crazy. So I'm getting wheelchaired in. We let them know that because we're flying back. This is like a week later. And they're like, oh, well, because you can't go through the sensors with the wheelchair and the bullets and the cast, we have to strip search you.
Perfect.
We're and my mom, mind you, so my dad is with Scotty. I think they're driving all the stuff back in my car because my car is out there too. And I'm with my mom, and my mom is not playing that.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, just let it whatever. At this moment, I'm just like, just send me home.
Yeah.
So anyways, had to do a strip search, which made no sense. It was like, what? I'm in a wheelchair. Like, what are we doing? So anyways, we get on the plane ride home, the most uncomfortable plane ride
I was
ever.
already
That
thinking
seems
about how
horrible.
bad that
Oh my
sounded.
gosh. Like, so I'm in a cast. I'm in so much pain. I'm on pain meds, and I'm just like, I'm in and out of conscious. I'm nauseated because I can't really eat because it's just a low point in my life, and I just like didn't have an appetite, and I'm taking drugs too, and it's just not a good mix.
Yeah.
And I'm just not feeling good at all. And I'm angry. And we finally get home. My mom is like helping me get to the bed. And I'm just like, and mind you, I'm 215 at the time. My mom is like 5'2", like 160. Like, she's a small woman.
Yeah.
So, but my brother was there. So my brother was there to help. And we finally get back to my room that I grew up in. I'm like, at that moment, I'm laying in bed. I'm like, I'm back here. Like, no. And I just get emotional, and I'm getting emotional now because the plan was to get out of Houston and make something of myself. And then, like, it's like, why am I back here? Like, no, like, this is not the plan. And I'm angry.
Not what's supposed to happen.
And I'm angry at myself, and I'm angry at God, and I'm angry at everybody. And I'm just like, I don't want to talk to anybody. And like, people are trying to come over and talk to me. Mind you, I'm on drugs, and I'm like, I'm on medication. Let me not say I'm on drugs. I'm on medications, and I'm like in and out of consciousness. I'm just not like coherent. I'm not there, right? And then I'm already mentally just like out of it. My best friend that I grew up with, two of my best friends that I grew up with, Melvin Holland and Julio Diaz. I give you a background of them. We both played football together. We've been best friends since 10th grade. We actually became best friends through a fight in the locker room. And this fight happened because we had this thing in high school. It's called LOE, lack of effort. And basically I was dogging this exercise, and I got an LOE, and he called me out on it. And that was the start of our brotherhood. And I got mad about it. And I was like, you can't beat me anyway, because like, I was already good at the drill. Yeah. And we ended up getting in a fight, and then we hashed it out afterwards, and then we became best friends from there. So, and then Julio, he's always been in our friend group. We just always been friends. Julio is like small Puerto Rican, like 5'5", and he's a business guy. Like he ends up going to U of H. Melvin, he ends up going to a prep school, because same thing, didn't have good grades. He goes to a prep school, and he did his thing out there in North Carolina. And then I'm back home, and we're all home for the summer, and they're coming to visit me, and they're like coaching me through this. So this is where coaching starts happening. And Mel has always been a big component of not being a victim and being accountable of what you do, right? And he was like, you know, you're going to get through this, all this good stuff. Like, just trying to motivate me, but I'm not trying to hear this. Yeah. In my head, I'm like, I'm going to just go to like a trade school. I'm done with football. I don't want to do. I'm angry. Like, God has stripped this from me for a reason. Like, I don't want to do this. Yeah. Anyways, about a month passed by. I'm bedridden. I can't move. Like, it gets worse over the month, because just my foot swelling's not going down, and I'm in a cast, and I'm not due to get out of the cast for a month. And I can't bathe myself because I just don't have the strength to go up and do it. I have to, like, literally some nights crawl to the bathroom because I didn't want to bother my parents. So I would crawl to the bathroom just to use the restroom. And this would take 30 minutes. And I'm just like, I'm crying, and I'm just frustrated at life. And anyways, a month passed by. I'm just depressed. I'm in a bad state. And the doctor was like, good news, we can get the cast off. It's been a month, however long it was. We finally get the cast off, and my thigh, like, this thigh looked like I've been training, and this thigh just atrophy, just no muscle in it at all. It just looks like a turkey leg before you put it in the oven. Like, it just looks terrible. And I'm just like, I'm done. Like, this is it. I'm never playing football again. This is a wrap. And the doctor says, we do an MRI and an X-ray, and the orthopedic says it's in the bullets in your thigh so far. If it would have went any further, would have hit a major artery and you would have bled to death.
Oh my gosh.
If we know like the story of Sean Taylor, and he gets shot in that part of his leg, and he ended up bleeding to death. If the ambulance was able to get there fast enough, like Sean Taylor would probably still be here. But the way the trajectory of the bullet, he said, like if it would have went any further, like you would have hit him, you would have been done. Like
Dang.
you're blessed to be here.
Yeah.
I think in that moment I realized like, wait, I might have another shot at this.
Wow.
Right? And then I was like, really? Go ahead.
Did it shift your mindset from like, why has this happened to me? Oh my gosh, this sucks. This is dumb.
Yeah.
To like, I could have died, and I literally like, barely didn't. Like that was a miracle. Like God has me here for a reason. Did that just like shift everything?
I'm not gonna say it did, but looking back on it now, I think that it did in that moment.
Yeah.
Because then I realized, like, wait, I might have a shot at this. Because I'm telling you, like, if you go back to the story, like, bullets are flying past my.
Yeah, like you could have been hit in the head.
I could have been hit in the head, neck, or anything like that. But just so happened, it happened to be in the same foot and same thigh that I get shot in. Like that. There's a meaning behind this. And now that I'm older and I look back on it, I can see it. And he said, the bullet in your foot, when the swelling gets down a little bit more, we're able to extract that out of your foot. We don't want to go in the thigh, it could cause more damage.
Yeah. So
months pass by, the swelling goes down. My homeboy Mel was like, I'm going to pick you up. Because I'm able to kind of walk now. Like now that the cast is off, I'm able to kind of do normal things. I just can't walk normal. My gait is completely off.
Yeah.
My homeboy Mel was like, I'm coming to get you. We're just going to chill, get me out of the house. Because I've been in the house for months. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't want to go anywhere. My homeboy Mel pulls me out of the house. We end up going to Whataburger.
Nice.
And let me tell y'all something. I know in Tennessee, like Whataburger's new out here. It's not the same Whataburger from the early 2000s in Texas.
Yeah.
Like the anyways, that's a side note.
My mom loves Whataburger.
Okay, good.
But I don't think she feels the same way about it now as she used to. So
Whataburger in the early 2000s was the spot back in Houston.
It's like peak YouTube fitness.
Seriously. Yes, absolutely.
People go there all the time.
Now, like Whataburger's out here. Me and my wife were like, why is there Whataburgers out here? It's not. And then we went there and it's not the same. But anyways.
Yeah.
We ended up going like Whataburger and just like hanging out like we used to back in the day. And he told me like he's no longer going back to North Carolina to play football. He's going to walk on to the University of Houston. He's going to train, and we have a whole summer to train. What you want to do? That's literally the conversation.
Aww.
And he stops there. I'm like, bro, I'm not playing football. Like, that's not happening.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right. And he's still a coach to this day. So shout out to Mel. He still coaches in Houston. He has this thing where he'll do like this and in terms of like, you know the real answer, but you're not telling me. So
all right.
That moment I go home and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what story would this be if I like train, recover, do some therapy?
Yeah.
And like that would be like a huge comeback story.
Mm-hmm.
And that moment, that's when it clicked. Because in my head, I was like, and I talked to my dad about it, and he was like, just give it a shot. My mom was like, mom is mom, right? Mm-hmm. So still have the bullet in my foot and thigh at this moment.
Oh my gosh.
And we call this the hot box. So he has a garage, and we used to always work out in there. So it was just a hot, sweaty box where we used to train. And we would just every summer, even in high school, we'll do like summer training in high school, and we'll go there and just do extra stuff because we were young, we could do it. Anyways, we go back to the hot box. All I can do is just sit and do like upper body stuff, and literally I'm just doing, and I'm so weak, and I'm so nauseated because I'm still on medication because the pain is still there, and I'm just like throwing up, and I'm just like so out of shape, and I'm just like, this is it. Like this doesn't make sense. Like, why am I doing this? there's no way I'm going to recover from this. And he just kept picking me up. We just kept going. Eventually, the ortho was like, all right, the swelling's down. We can get the bullet out the foot. We're not going to touch the thigh. I couldn't walk at all. As soon as they got the bullet lodged out of the foot and they put me in a boot, all I have is a fracture in this foot. I was able to like walk normal again, which was crazy. But I still couldn't use my leg because the bullet's still in there. And it was still weird to like bend my knee and like use my hamstring to like contract and propel myself forward. Long story short, I just kept showing up. Mel was like, when we were just modifying exercises. Then I'm able to walk. And then I get off the medication finally because I was like, I don't need this pain meds anymore. They're making me sick. Finally got off. This is taking like 3 months. I go back to the ortho and he's like, for the follow-up. And it's him and assistant. And the assistant's doing all the talking because I guess he's training. And he's like, we're doing the checkup, the follow-up. And he's like, they're surprised that I'm walking because but you won't be able to run and do normal things because you still have the bullet in your leg and you have a fracture in your foot. And you just, football won't be the same for you. And this is the assistant ortho talking, not the head ortho. Yeah. I don't like to be challenged. So then that inner athlete I would say that's the defining moment. It clicked. And I looked up I remember this day like it was yesterday. I looked up at him and I was like, you sure about that? And I'm looking at the assistant and the assistant was like, yeah, I mean, you could try, but unfortunately, like you doing cuts and all that stuff, it's not going to be the same because you have traumatic bullet shot wounds. And then the head stepped in and was like, it's always good to try, blah, 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 all that good stuff. He's just trying to like, ease the situation. But I think he realized he hit a nerve. And I was like, okay. And I was with my dad at the moment. I think my dad saw that hit a nerve also. So I didn't say anything.
Watch me try.
Right, exactly. I didn't say anything on the way home. I was just, that moment I was locked in. I was like, I'm not going to let him like tell me I can't do this. Yeah. So long story. And again, that's a blessing. I'm glad he did that because at that moment I was like, you don't know me. Like, you don't know you just don't know what's about to happen. And I'm like, I hit Mel up. I was like, let's go. Like, what time we're training tomorrow? So he picks me up. We started off with like just walking, trying to walk normal. Mind you, I didn't do any physical therapy.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to do any physical therapy. I didn't want to feel sorry for myself. I didn't do any type of psychology, like
therapy.
Any kind of like regular like mental therapy. I didn't do any of that. Honestly, the weight room was my therapy. Just getting back into that like atmosphere was my therapy. So we started off with just walks. The walks were brutal. It felt like sprints. Yeah. After a month of about walking, small runs, like light jogs down the street, I was like, wait, it's coming back. I don't feel it. Those walks turned into like full on sprints for 50 yards. And mind you, I was dying. Like I'm so deconditioned, out of shape. Those sprints turned into like 100 yards to 200s to 200, 300. I'm like, wait, I'm back. Yeah. This is crazy. And in my mind, I wanted to be petty and go back to that PA, that assistant, and like, hey, I'm out here doing it. Yeah. And then we're in the hot box. We're in there training. We're squatting. We're starting with like goblet squats, and then eventually barbell squats, and then we're lifting like we're back in high school again. Yeah. We're literally using our old high school program that we just remember, and we're just going off of that.
So good.
And before you know it, so Julio, at the time, he's been at U of H for the last 2 years. And Julio picks us up one day because he was doing summer school. He picks us up. He's like, I want y'all boys to experience this. Like, this could be y'all. And he picks us up, and he had like swipe cards, whatever. So he had money to be able to get us in there. And mind you, I'm at a Division II school where we had like basic cafeteria lunch. Mel's at a prep school where same thing, like they're getting chicken fingers for lunch. We're at University of Houston dining hall, and me and Mel were just like, wait, y'all have unlimited Gatorade? We can just go over here with cups and just like get like we couldn't do that.
Mhm.
And wait, you tell me you can go back and get seconds and they not like get mad at you for it? And he's like, nah, bro, this is all. There's a pizza station, there's a burger station, there's
Yeah.
a la carte. Like this could be you. Just like, what do y'all want to do?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like this could be, and this is why community is so important, because I can only imagine if I didn't have that, I don't know where my life would be at all. Like Julio, Mel, my older brother as well. He would come through. My older brother's a barber, so he would come to the house. He'll give me haircuts to just make me feel better about myself. Mom, dad, just having like that small group was all I needed.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
They sound like amazing friends.
Great. We're still friends to this day. We have a group chat. We talk mess with each other, all that good stuff. And I'm getting this experience. I'm like, and then Mel was like, I'm gonna walk on. We're gonna do it. And then I was like, I didn't believe though.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna think about it. And Mel looked at me and was like, bro, you're gonna walk on too. Like, stop. And we ended up like laughing it off. And then we got to meet. We met people at our university, like at the school, and they thought we were on the football team. Like, that's how hard we were training. That was like 2 or 3 months of training. Yeah. And they thought we were on the football team. We were like, nah, like we're not. Like,
we've been in the hot box.
Yeah, we've been in the hot box. So, boom, let's fast forward time. We're still training. Mel applies to University of Houston. I'm talking to my parents about it. I'm like, maybe I can go to Texas Southern University. Like, I just didn't believe I could make it at that high level. Yeah. And my dad was like, whatever you want to do. My mom was like, no, you're going to University of Houston. Like, where do you apply? Go. Whatever the fee is, pay it. So we apply. We get in. We both get in. And in that moment, it was game time. We knew. So we asked, what happened? Okay, so we end up getting on. We make it on campus. I couldn't afford to live on campus. They could, so they were in the dorms. We literally pulled up an air mattress and like I would sleep on campus and go to class, and then we'll work out at the campus gym. Mm-hmm. And then we would meet other athletes that would come into the campus gym that either they weren't at the regular gym or they would just be at the campus facility, whatever, the rec center. And we would meet them and they would think like, are we on the team? We were like, no, we're not on the team, but we're working out to be on the team. They're like, oh, y'all gonna make it. Like, y'all work hard. Yeah. We were in there doing like heavy cleans and heavy squats where nobody else was doing that. They were like, y'all in here cleaning? That's crazy. And they would come in there in their U of H gear, like all high and mighty. And it was inspiration to see that also. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm sleeping on the air mattress, and that whole semester we were so dialed in. We were like, and then we have the nutrition piece now too, because I had a meal plan and Mel had the meal plan and Julio. So we'll eat there and we would just eat as healthy as we could. And we'll train, go to class, do our thing, right? And we made sure our grades were good. So when it came down, we asked the athletes, like, when is tryouts? Mm-hmm. And it was in the spring. So we knew that goes back to like what we talked about earlier, though. Why, when, and where. Like, why do you train people? Yeah. We knew our why. We knew where we were going to be. We were at U of H already. Now we need to know the when. So the when was spring of, this is either 12 or 13. Can't remember. I want to say 2013. Spring of 2013. We knew that was when trials was going to happen. We had it mapped out up to the day. Like, we didn't know anything about training. We just knew we needed to back off close to tryout day. Yeah. Yeah. We get out there and we're not even nervous. We walk out there like we've already made the team. And what's crazy is, so Mel was big on this too. He was like, hey, when we walk, like, when we're training, we're going to talk like we're already on the team. Like, we're going to speak this to
in existence.
We're
Mel is
decreeing.
a coach.
Mel's a
He
coach.
is.
We're going to decree this. Like, we didn't say that, but now this is where decree comes in.
Yeah.
Right. We're on the team. Like, we have our jerseys already. We have our locker. Like, we got to envision this. And I'm like, hell yeah, bro. Like, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
So, boom, the fall semester goes by. It's spring. It's game time. We're not even nervous. We walk up and, like, Chief Keef, what's the name of the song? You Would Think That I'm Ballin'. That's the song. That was our anthem going into it. And we're playing that on our phones as we're walking into the Alumni Center. We don't even.
That's amazing.
We don't even know how to get in there because you're not allowed to. Like, because if you're not an athlete, you're not allowed into the Alumni Center. We pull up to the doors and we just pull it and it's locked. And we're just like.
And you got your anthem going.
We got the anthem going. We're like, what the hell? Like, where are we supposed to go? We're panicking now.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, whoever must have been an intern or whatever. They're like, you're here for the tryouts? We got there like 30 minutes early. We were not going to miss it because they did it purposely at 6 a.m, obviously to weed out the people.
Yeah.
We were there like 5:30, like on the dot. And we're like, let us in because it's game time. So we're in there. We're warming up. We're just stretching. And everybody, the other people that's trying out are cycling in. And we can just look and tell, like, y'all haven't been training as hard as us. Like, we're prepared for this moment. And no hand cleans. Y'all haven't been sprinting. Y'all haven't been doing what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Like, we put ourselves in the fire and we are prepared for this moment.
Yeah.
The coach blows the whistle and he's like basically trying to intimidate us. You know, a lot of you guys are not going to make it, blah, blah, blah. He's giving this like intimidation spiel, like, and we're just looking like, we're not fazed by this. Like, can we get to the workout, please? It's raining, wet, and slippery this morning, by the way, too. And when it rains in Houston, because it's humid, it's the grass was terrible. And we were like, we're not gonna be fazed by this. So they line us up, they had the cones out for the warm-up. We're sprinting, we're first in line for the warm-up. Mm-hmm. We're killing the warm-ups, basic. And they're trying to get us tired in the warm-up. And we're just like, when are we gonna start? People are falling out in the warm-up. Like, and they're like, there's people just not, they're literally not prepared for this moment. And they're quitting. They're doing the warm-up. They're just not prepared. And we're just like going through it. We're like, when is this going to start? Anyways, warm-up's over. We go on, they section us off in positions. Like, if you're O-lineman, you're over here, blah, blah, blah. Basically, it's all like GAs and interns out there running this. And then there's like one coach, and then Joe Alcosta, he's the recruiting coordinator. He was out there. Mm-hmm. And we're just out there. We're doing drills. Boom, they're trying to make us quit. We're doing like up downs. It was basically a big like, we don't want you here. We're gonna just try to make this as hard as possible for you not to be here. So they make us do all this conditioning stuff. Mind you, me and Mel, we're just cruising through this. Like, it's easy. We're prepared. And finally, they get to the real position drills. So people are just falling out. Like, and the athletic trainers and all that stuff, they have to pull these people out and all that good stuff. And we finally get to the athletic drills, and we're just killing it. Boom, all this good stuff. And finally, we get done, and they bring us in the huddle. There's like, I want to say there's like 20 to 30 people there. It was like 15 by the end of it because they were just trying to like weed everybody out, which they did a good job of. And they were like, hey, you know, a lot of you guys weren't good. Probably not going to get a call. There might be one or two of y'all that get a call. And we were just like, we're going to be the two. Like, it's no way we're not getting this call. We go back, we shower, we're muddy. We just kind of like reflect back on it. And on this one drill I slipped on, and it just like, it bothered me for the rest of the day. And I'm just harping on it. And Mel's like, chill, bro, you got this. Like, chill. Like, it was just one drill. Mel gets the call first. And I'm like, and he goes out because we're in this small dorm. And it's me, him, and Julio. Mel gets the call first. And I'm like, oh, God, like, he got the call. Freak. Like, I'm just waiting. 3 minutes later, phone rings. Don't know who this area code is, whatever. Answer it. It's Joe Alcosta, head of recruiting and all that stuff at University of Houston. You've made the team with a couple of others. Report tomorrow again at 6 a.m. Again, they're trying to weed us out to get your equipment. Congratulations, you made the team. I fell to my knees and I was like,
sick.
I couldn't believe it. And I was,
Yeah.
I call mom.
Come back.
Yeah, like all that. I call mom, I call dad. I'm like, I'm excited. I'm crying. I'm like, I can't believe I made the team. We did it. All this good stuff. So let's fast forward time because I think we're short on time. But I want to go back to anger and why. And I want to go back to anger and Decre. And I want to kind of mesh this all of why I'm here as a coach now and why I think you can't be led by anger. And this ruined my opportunity to make this testimony even bigger than what it was supposed to be. So I'll make the team. We get our helmets passed. We're out there for practice. We're basically the scout team players, the players nobody cares about, whatever. And finally they call us. As you're there, like you get to like learn the plays and all that good stuff. You kind of move your way through the weeds, through practice. My number gets called, and it's time. Well, I think somebody was like a little injured or something like that. It was just time for me to step up. And I, instead of being led by like grace of like this is a great opportunity to still dominate, I led with anger, and I was just with a chip on my shoulder. I went out there to just embarrass everybody. I should have been recruited here in the first place. I should be here. Yeah. Like I made it all about me again. Right? Yeah. I'm being so aggressive and so angry, and I'm making plays. I'm just dominating. Nobody can block me. I'm knocking everybody head. I'm literally a stunt dummy out here. I'm looking to execute everybody out here because I'm angry. I'm being led by anger. And finally, 3 weeks go into it. By the third week, I've moved my way up to the second in the depth chart because they just, like, the coaches love me and the players love me too. And the players are telling me to chill. And I'm like, no, I can't chill because I'm paying to be here, which I shouldn't be because I wasn't paying where I was at before. Yeah. And I have to, this is it. This is it for me. Anyways, Coach Logo, who's my position coach, pulls me into the office, and this is where I get emotional because I wish I would have listened to him. He pulls me in the office and he's like, "Why are you so mad?" And I'm like, "Coach, you don't understand how hard I worked here, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm trying to make this team. Like, this is all I have." And he's just looking at me. Coach Logo, by the way, is a Samoan from Hawaii. Big, cool guy. Very even-tempered. Like, you know Samoans, like Hawaiians, like, they're very, like, he's got his flip-flops on. Like, it's a good guy. Shout out to Coach Logo. He's like, "No, why are you angry?" And I'm going around the question because I don't think anybody knows. Like, I don't want anybody to know because I don't want this to be. I didn't want this to be like, oh, because I got shot, I need to be here. I wanted my hard work to let it be known to be here. And I would just keep going around the question. He's like, "No, you're angry for a reason. And I know why you're angry. You're just not telling me." And I just stopped. And I was like, you don't know why I'm angry. He turns his screen. And it's because if you look it up, you'll see my name on there like as one of the casualties of what happened. And so they did their research of where I came from. He called my coach as well from Lane College. That's how they operate. Coach told him the story. Yeah. And he was like, "I've talked to your coach. What happened?" And because he wanted to know, like, what was it like? Were you a troublemaker out there? Like, who were we dealing with before we invest in you? I just broke out in tears and I told him the story of what happened. And he was like, "We like you here, But if you continue, because I'm like starting fights, I'm like I'm pulling people helmets off. I'm filled with rage.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you continue down this path, we're not going to invest in you, and we're not going to want somebody like you here. You're a great athlete. You need to control this temper. And I'm just going to leave it there. And I listened. And I ended up controlling my temper only for like a week. And it came back like in an instant. Because as I was controlling my temper, now I wasn't fueled by it. So it made it harder for me to go out there. And like that was my fuel. But I didn't know how to tame it.
Yeah.
And even my teammates were like, what's going on, bro? Like you're not, what did they tell you? Like, we like it, but you just need to chill. And I was like, I'm trying. So I ended up going back into like that rage, and I ended up getting turf toe. And if anybody knows turf toe, I was a stage 2 turf toe, which is basically like a ligament tear in your toe. And it was so painful. I was out for 3 weeks, lost my spot on the depth chart, and pretty much lost that opportunity to move forward. And then I got into that spell again of like, oh, here I am, like I'm back here, like I'm injured now, I'm out for 3 weeks. I stopped paying attention in school, was out drinking, doing all that good stuff, was not doing what I was supposed to do, not being led by God basically, and then being led by like now this victimhood, and like now I'm back in this situation, like why me? And anyways, long story short, I ended up getting out of that, working my way back up the depth chart, playing again. Then I tear my tricep my senior year. Then I had a few concussions. It was done deal after that.
Yeah.
All that to say, if I would have never been led by anger, and if I would have used the grace that God gave me to pursue football and use that testimony because that testimony can pull anybody, not only for football, but anybody that's in a low moment out of a low stage in their life, as an example of like, here's the good news. Like, it's not over. It's only over if you allow it to be over. And I didn't use it in that way. I made it about myself. And that made me want to become a coach, because now I wanted to teach kids. Once I was done with football, I wanted to teach athletes, and I also wanted to teach everyday people that it is not over. Like it's only over if you allow it to be over. Every day, like we talk about, like you're given a daily bread every day, right? You're given a loaf of bread, and how you piece that out. You can either be selfish and eat it for yourself and become full and gluttonous and sluggish, or you can give out bread and inspire people in ways that you should be doing. Use your gifts in an inspiring way to pull people out of the darkness into the light. Yeah. And I didn't use that moment. I stayed in the darkness and allowed it to fuel me. And that's when God will cut off your gifts if you don't use your gifts in that specific way. And that is my message. If I can give any message to anybody, is anybody watching this, is that you have a gift and you have power within your gift as well. You need to use it at the full level that God has given it to you. And if you don't, if you're led by anger, if you're led by if you lead with your own mind and what you think you know, it doesn't get you anywhere, but back to, you're in this vicious cycle of, you get out of it and then you're back into it. And that's what happened to me twice, and I allowed it to happen. So like, this veil you see now is from all of the pain that I've endured over these years, and not using that pain as a testimony and good news to other people that like, the Lord is always with you, no matter what. And if you follow him, if you just let him, submit to him and take his hand, he will take you where you need to go. But he's going to refine you in some moments too, as well. And that
That's
led to Decre. So it's like, why Decre? So when you decree something, as Mel was helping me decree things without even noticing, and my parents and my family as well, without even know, and I'm not even like deep into my faith at this point in time. I would say as of recently the last 2 years, I've been really like trying to get a better relationship with Jesus, with God. Like, all right, tell me where you want to go. I cannot go off of my own will and my own mind anymore, because I now understand where it leads me, right? I can feel it, right? When I'm being led in the wrong ways. So why Decre, and why did we choose Decre is because I believe that there's power within a statement, and there's power within when you believe in what your gifts and what you can do. And too many times we're scared of our own power. Like, we know we can do something, but we let fear get in the way of it. And Timothy 1, like, God did not create fear, right? Just power and a steady mind. Like, that's what we have, right? And in that message, steady mind, if you don't have a steady mind, you will continue to be led by fear, right? If you don't have a sober mind, you will be kind of led into that darkness. And that's, now I'm able to now recognize when I'm angry or when I'm being led the wrong ways, and now I can have that conversation with God, like, hey, like, this is what's going on. What do I do? And so Decree is a powerful statement that you can, within fitness, if you want to get in shape, not even if you want to get in shape, if you want to change your life, you have all the power to do it. You need to be around not only yourself, but around a community of like-minded people that is willing to do that decree with you also. Because if you're not aligned with the right people around you within that decree, it means nothing. Because I'm not gonna say it means nothing. What they'll do is tear it down. It's like, oh, I want to get in shape. Oh, you sure you want to do that? Like, that's a lot of work. You got to meal prep. You got to carry your meals everywhere, right? So when you decree something, you have to believe it, and then you have to not only believe it when you tell somebody and they want to shoot it down, you need to also convince them that this is going to work also. And
that sounds like a perfect like summary of how you're using your story now in your life to be a coach. And I feel like your clients, I'm sure they can see, I don't know if you've told your story to everybody, but I'm sure they can see a difference. And
you feel that energy.
And what you believe about like not just what you've done for yourself, but about them too, because you know like what they're capable of,
that
and
you
the
have,
power that they have.
My thing with when I'm training somebody, I always tell them, you have more in the tank. You're not empty in the tank right now. And it's our jobs as coaches not to be scared to push that limit, because if you're scared as a coach, they're not going to do it. Could you imagine if Mel was scared to push me and not like pull me out of we wouldn't be having this conversation today.
To give in to like, oh, maybe you can't. Like,
right.
And
don't
want to push you too much.
Exactly. Like, but you want to push them to, I can talk about this all day. You want to push your clients to almost that refining moment of, I thought I was going to die doing that, but I didn't. And it's in that moment, you have not given them power, but they have given themselves power through you being a vessel of that. And that's our jobs as coaches. And I believe right now, and my vision for Decree is to kind of take the fluff out of training and not this soft approach of training. I think we've gotten too much into like the aesthetics and like the wellness piece, which is important. Don't get me wrong, but training gets ugly, right?
It's hard. It's supposed to be hard.
It's hard. Like there's moments where you shouldn't feel like there's going to be moments where you're not going to be able to get through this session, but that's okay, because you still have 365 more sessions to go. In a year.
That's good.
And that's the thing of our thing is sustainable training for all. So you can train from January 1st to December 31st. You just need a plan to get there. And that's our job as trainers to do it.
And if people are trying to, like, if your message resonates with them, like, what's the best way for people to get in contact with you?
Oh yes, you can go to our website. Again, my wife did this whole website, just not me. I have to shout her out on this because I don't want people thinking like it's all me. It's my wife did a great job with the website. It's decretraining.com. That's the website. You can book a free consultation with me. You can also reach out to me on Instagram. You can shoot me a DM. I
What's
always
your name
answer.
on Instagram?
You can DM me, Vincent Hall. So that's my personal page, or you can our Instagram page is Decre Training. So you can DM me there at any time.
Yeah,
and we can chat.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming and sharing
Absolutely.
your story
Thank
and
you.
about Decre and what it means to you. And
Yes.
I'm sure that you and your story resonates with a lot of people. So if
I hope
anybody
so.
listening would like to train with Vincent,
Yeah.
Or just get in touch, keep up with his story on Instagram or whatever, then you know where to find him. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode on behalf of NFM and Spread the Positive. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. We wouldn't be here without you.
Absolutely.
So stay connected, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.